Hi everybody, Jake, your resident content cowboy here. Yeehaw. In this video, you're going to see me testing Tyranitar from the public test server. I think this Pokemon is very cool. I go through 3 or 4 different movesets here. I also test out some stacking on one build in this video. You're just going to see me playing around with everything this Pokemon has to offer. I think it's pretty great. I think we might see a slight nerf to this before it releases, but there's a weird bug in the test server right now where Zarina unites over and over again, so you can't really play it in the actual mode. However, we got into everything Tyranitar in this video, moveset-wise, a ton of gameplay. I hope you enjoy it. Also, I had a full stream where I tested a ton of stuff. I'll have a link to that in the description. I love you. Did I yeehaw? It's late. Yeehaw. I'm thinking we got some Stone Edges in the chat. All right, we'll do Stone Edge. Let's see. So it's got this little... Oh, and you can use it again and again? I can use it 3 times in quick succession. Is that right? This move can be used 3 times within a set amount of time with the area of effect widening each time. Whoa! I remember reading all this, you know, but you don't really get to know what it's going to feel like until you actually play with it. So you could just use this multiple times in a row. That's awesome. Here we are, level 6 right now. That could be really big for fights, it feels like, right? Let's see a scoring animation here. Let's see a score. Beautiful. All right, let's go fight this Venusaur a little bit. That's pretty interesting. That feels like a lot, right? Being able to hit 3 times, that feels like a lot. Especially if you've got something on like a Razor Claw. This feels like, ooh, Razor Claw City with a Stone Edge. Alright, let's get our level 9 for our evolution here. God, this game looks so pretty on mobile, I swear. It looks so nice. Ancient Power or Sand Tomb, and then of course your Unite move. I'll start with Ancient Power. And then we've got our Unite move as well. Look at Tyranitar here, walking around like a little Godzilla. Wow. So that's every move you use, you create that sand stream around you, right? Yeah, every move you use, you create this area of effect around you. That's pretty nuts. So Ancient Power is... Oh my gosh. So long. Movement speed increases, gains a shield, resistant to hindrances. If they're hit by the shockwave, my strength increases, allowing myself to ignore opposing defense. If this move hits an opposing Pokemon, the user can release a second shockwave. Oh my gosh, it's so much. Okay. And look at this. Stone Edge is just going to continue to proc this area around me. Go. Go. That's that instant KO right there. Did you guys see that from my Unite move? That is that instant KO from the Unite move right there. Jeez. This feels like a Razor Claw machine, by the way. Hold Ancient Power down. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, and you charge it. Oof. Wow, this thing just feels like throw Razor Claw on it and start to rip everybody apart. Oh my gosh. Wow, wow, wow. Where's that Venusaur at? I want to fight it again. Get back here, buddy. Oh yeah, we got the upgrades too. What's our upgrade on Stone Edge Plus? Increases damage dealt. Not bad. Okay. Let's upgrade our other move just so we can see it here. Get ourselves to 13. And the upgrade here, it's going to be so far down the list, I don't know if it's going to even show. Look at this constant area of damage around me with this sand stream. It's doing a lot of damage too. Where are you at, Venusaur? This Venusaur's outplaying me, by the way. It's like, you're going bot, I'm running around you. Don't give up. You think it looks tiny? Does it? It looks kind of decent sized to me, actually. It used its Unite, and it's just using it to run. Boom! Oh my gosh. We're almost the same level, by the way. Oof! We're almost the same level. Chasing it down with ancient power there. Ooh, that felt pretty sweet. Like, charging it here and running into the enemy squad. That's pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. Look at our damage here. Look at the output from this sand stream. And this does feel like, this feels like a good Pokemon for a weakness policy too, because you're gonna be in there brawling with moves like this. Yeah, this could be pretty sweet. I got one use of it. I got another. Charging up my ancient power. Hitting my threshold. Hitting it. Go, go. Yeah, it feels like a lot of damage. It does. And it feels like it combos really well. I need to put... I feel like I have to put a Razor Claw on here. I have to put a Razor Claw on here, right? And is that what I'm seeing? Is the white all true damage? Is that what I'm seeing here? Watch Venusaur come in and steal this with a Unite. It should. So is the white all true damage? It could be. The Unite move just kind of makes me crazy for a bit, you know? And gives me these big slams and possible KOs. Let's just turn off move cooldowns, make me invincible for a sec, just so I can play with this Unite move. So if I Unite, and I'm just attacking... You hit this threshold, you see it on the health bar there, you hit this threshold, and then, boom, they get KO'd no matter what's going on. You just hit that threshold. I wonder what it does to the substitute doll here. Like if it tells me it's gonna... Look, it has a KO threshold on it. It has it on both of them. Yeah, you just hit that threshold. Wow. I mean, imagine what you're going to be able to do in a fight. Imagine what you're going to be able to do in a fight. Yeah, from the chat, true damage, basically what true damage often does is it's ignoring any defense or anything like that. It's just doing real damage outside of anything else. Wow, that's a crazy, crazy amount of damage there. And the Unite move, just having an execute on it, it's like... ripping through the enemies. Shing, shing, shing. When a fight starts to... What's going to be cool about this is when a fight starts to go your way... Oh, man. Tyranitar is going to be mean. I'm definitely going to throw a Razor Claw on here. Maybe even a Scope Lens. Although I didn't notice. Were we critting at all? Does this Pokemon have crits? I was not actually noticing. What are the examples for it? Oh, the examples are with a Scope Lens, so obviously this Pokemon's got to have some crits, right? Let's drop Weakness for fun. Let's use Scope. Here we go. Let's see if any of its moves crit. I wasn't noticing. It's usually something I'm paying attention to, but I wasn't noticing if the moves were critting yet. Let's just see if Bite crits right here. Bite, bite, bite. We're biting together. Looking for a critical hit. No. So its bites don't critically hit. My basics are... Pop another level on there. Let's see if Rock Polish does. Just dashing back and forth. The stomps from the Unite move can critically hit. Oh my god. If the stomps from the Unite move can critically hit, that is crazy. It looks like neither of these moves can. I wasn't noticing the other moves. But neither of these moves can critically hit. Alright, let's evolve ourselves. We're going to do Dark Pulse this time. And kind of see what that's like. This is a big area here. What's special about this? Oh man, they're all so long. The moves just keep getting longer and longer. If an opposing Pokemon's remaining HP is below a set percentage or falls below that, because they become unable to move. If this hits an opposing Pokemon again, it deals additional damage. If this move is used while the user's piercing strength has been increased by ancient power, the user can ignore Pokemon's defense and shields. Okay. Okay, so there's a lot here. Let's just see if it crits really quick. It's going to kind of be hard to see if it does. But... we're just going to check. I don't think it's going to. It's like Dragon Breath from Dratini. A little bit. It looks a little slower, right? It has a little bit of a slower fan out. Dragon Breath from Dratini feels like a little quicker, but this feels slow, right? I was critting for 2k last game. All right. Take off my move cooldowns. So you don't get your second move till 9. We'll go Sand Tomb this time. Sand Tomb is... we move in the designated direction, dealing damage, leaping, and leaving them unable to act. When the user lands, the shock from the landing creates a cloud of dust, dealing damage over time and decreasing move speed. Hello, hello, AK9. T-Tar looks kind of quirky. It's feeling pretty fun so far. If the move is used again while the user's in the cloud of dust, opposing Pokemon in front of the user will be pulled closer. Furthermore, while the user's in the cloud of dust, it takes reduced damage and can ignore... okay, there's just a lot. So that ignore defenses, that's kind of what this Pokemon's set up to do, is play around ignoring defenses and things like that. Venusaur uniting and running away. What is this, solo queue? Where are you going? Did you really unite and run? Buddy. Come back. Oh. Oh, wow. There is a little wall that comes out, too. I didn't even get to use it. Because it just ripped Venusaur apart right there too fast. There's a little wall. And you pull them close with it. Oh my gosh, this could be a really mean move. Look at the area of it, too. It's so big. And you could shoot it in any direction. So you could set up some crazy situations with this. Start with your Dark Pulse. Hit them with a Sand Tomb. Then you're fighting, and if they try to run, you pull them right back. Ooh! Ooh! Oh boy. Oh boy, that could be good. It's like Trevenant's Curse, but with more ambush. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Yuffie Dragon. Oof. Yeah, this is on the test server, everybody. So that's where I'm getting this from, is the Pokemon Unite test server. Yeah, and I'm doing crits. I'm doing true damage crits. Which is pretty cool. So it's ignoring defenses, I believe. I think entirely, but I can't... don't quote me on that, but I believe that's what all the white numbers are, where defenses are ignored. So it's true damage, and I'm critically hitting. Its passive ability? That's a good question. I don't know what its passive ability is. I'll have to look at that here in one sec. And then its Unite move just feels like... man, it's the kind of Unite move that I don't know if it's going to swing a fight necessarily right at the start, but if a fight's going well, you're just going to win because of it, right? So you pop your Unite and you're like, alright. Oh! It was like 2 hits! It was like 2 hits! Oof. Disgusting. Disgusting and cruel. Oh my gosh. I think it was like 2 hits on that Unite. Maybe I crit in there? So it's a tank killer. You know, in some ways, yeah. In some ways it is. I'm not sure which move's gonna be better, guys, but right now, Sand Tomb is ridiculously fun. I'm not saying it's better. I think Ancient Power might be better. Just from the brief time using it, just that one little practice round using it, I think Ancient Power might be the moveset. But wow, Sand Tomb, what you get to do with it is so silly. I feel like you could, the way you could play with Sand Tomb is just so cruel. Where you're fighting, you're kind of beating someone up here, Cramorant comes in this side, you grab him, bring him in. Like, you could just set up some crazy stuff. Some crazy stuff with Sand Tomb. What are my upgrades here? Reduces moves cooldown with Dark Pulse Plus. Sweet. And then Sand Tomb, I can't read it right now. Sorry, fighting. Oh! Oh, I like it. I like it. You know what this feels like? And I know I'm gonna sound like a hater here. This feels like a better Outrage Dragonite. Like, this feels like what you want out of Outrage Dragonite. This moveset's actually doing that, right? That's what this feels like. And I know that I'm somewhat critical of Outrage Dragonite from time to time. As I always say, people can play whatever they want. Have fun. It's a video game. But I do feel like this feels like kind of what you're getting out of Outrage Dragonite, but so much better. To me. The pull on Sandtomb is so silly. Oh my gosh, the pull on Sandtomb is so silly, you guys. I really like it. And crits might be the way to go here. You probably want to focus band on this just because you're in there fighting, right? But, man. This is just wild. The Unite move, too. The Unite move, too, is just like... I'm wondering how you would best set up... You might best set it up by starting a fight with, like, a Sand Pulse. You hop in, pop your Unite move. Oh, maybe not, because it actually has a moment where it kind of explodes. So you might need a sec, right? Does that first burst do damage? The user explodes with anger. Wow, I even said it explodes. And goes on a rampage, increasing move speed. If the user is affected by a hindrance, it will return to normal faster than usual while rampaging. Its basic attack pattern changes. Attacks deal increased damage. And yeah, if the HP of an opposing Pokemon hit by these basics is below a set percentage, it's immediately knocked out. Man. Just, man. I feel like this is going to set up some amazing stuff. Dark Pulse is pretty cool, too. But Sandtomb right now I just think is so fun. Sandtomb is so fun. And then not to mention, every time you use a move, you just have this area around you dealing damage. That's your passive, by the way. I was asked earlier about my passive. That is your passive, by the way. When you become Tyranitar, is this area effect around you dealing damage. Come here, Sandtomb. They're gonna steal it. Vino's gonna steal it with a Solar Beam! No! Oh, we got it. I was gonna say, I'm gonna get my Zap stolen right now. Nice. Nice! Oh, man. Hey, how are you, Jake? And is the ult as broken as it sounds on paper? The Unite move here on this Pokemon does feel pretty crazy. But I feel like it's a situation where you've already got to be winning a little bit to take full advantage of it, I think. Or you're working with your team and, you know, you've stunned the enemies or something, because at some point it feels like it's kind of hard to hit because it has this wind up. Let me show you here. So before you hit with it, you're kind of stalled for a second and you wind up right there. Then you're going in. Oh my gosh. 2,600 point crits on each one. Jeez. I mean, I know I'm level 15, but jeez. So let's just level us up a little bit here. Let's go with, which one did I want to do? Oh yeah, Dark Pulse, it seems to have an interaction with it. With Ancient Power. So let's just play around with that a little. Kind of want to see how that works. So it's under Ancient Power. If I then hit with Dark Pulse... Oh, I have increased time that I'm doing true damage, basically. Yeah. You're doing true damage for a long time. Wow, when does this true damage stop? Does it just keep going? Oh, wow. Did you see that? That was a long time I was doing true damage there. Or damage against decreased defenses. I can't tell if it's true damage or not, but, I mean, it feels like it is. It's just the white damage numbers the whole time, and Dark Pulse kind of extends that duration of white damage, which is either full-on true damage or just damage to reduce defenses, one of the two. Boy, that felt mean. That felt mean. So Ancient Power, when it's charged up, it's all around you. Is it only in front of you when it's not charged up, or is that just the secondary hit on it? Okay, so it's all around you no matter what. That's how Ancient Power starts. And then if you hit with it, do you get a second, or do you have to have it fully charged? Yeah, you just get a second proc of it when you hit with it, and that is in a kind of a cone in front of you. Cone? That's not right. Ancient Power gives you the true damage. Hitting with Dark Pulse again increases the duration of that true damage. So you're just continuing to deal true damage. So there is definitely a combo there. In for a fight. No! Why do you run all the time? You're supposed to be my practice partner. Let me practice on you, partner. Howdy, partner. Let me practice on you. Ugh! Ugh! Yeah, there's definitely a combo here. Oh, and is it while I'm kind of steaming? Do you guys see the steam coming off my back here? So, is that steam, while that's there, that is when I'm using this white damage, I'm guessing, and then once that cools off, I stop? Yes. You don't get that naturally with Dark Pulse. However, Ancient Power, you got the white steam, Dark Pulse, it increases the time that is around you, and you continue dealing this pure damage, using it again. And I seem to be able to juggle it, actually, on the cooldown of Dark Pulse, which is pretty low, right? I'm just able to juggle having this kind of damage repeatedly. So now the question is, if I unite into an Ancient Power... Yeah, this could be pretty sick. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Try killing Dread? You got it. You got it. Let's go. Does that white damage bypass shields? Great question, Tuba. I'm actually not sure. It moves like a goofball. I actually was surprised that I liked the way it moved. After Duraludon kind of moving like so, I kind of thought, I was kind of surprised. All right, let's start with this. Boom, I'm going to hit you. I'm going to throw some Dark Pulse at you. Don't push me away. I love you. Once again, I'm going to Dark Pulse it. I mean, pretty decent ripping right here. It's not amazing or anything like that. And one thing is for sure is I don't feel like it has a super powerful secure move. So it's kind of like a Garchomp in that sense. It doesn't have a move where I'm like, oh, this is how you get the KO super easy. But it does really solid damage as you're fighting it. I'm guessing its Unite move doesn't work on... Its Unite move couldn't work on an objective, right? The speed you get from Ancient Power is pretty sick. Used correctly, you wouldn't even need something like... Ooh. You wouldn't even need something like X speed. Oh my gosh. Just ripping them up. Alright, let's spawn wild Pokemon here. Make myself a little invincible. Get rid of my move cooldowns just so I can mess around with this. I want to see what it feels like using my Unite move on these objectives. I'm guessing there's no way it lets me rip an objective when it's low, right? It does a lot of damage, but I don't think it has any execute damage. I don't think. What's the shield from? Is it just from my Unite? Jeez! Jeez, jeez, jeez. Oh, wow. It does have that bar. On Zap? Hold on. That bar is on Zap for my Unite move? Is that right? No way. Hold on. It's not going to insta-zap. Okay, it didn't. It felt like it had a huge chip of damage, but it didn't instant zap right there, so that's good. I wouldn't want it to do that. Feels like we keep getting Pokemon that just destroy Zapdos like that, right? So true damage will hit all Pokemon with the same amount, like if it hit a Blissey or it hit a Mr. Mime, they will both get, let's say, 300. Let's see if I can test that right now. It's hard to see, but yes, these two are getting the exact same amount of damage. Now, I don't know if a Substitute Tall and that Apom have the exact same HP. I can get Venusaur near one of these. Where are you at, Venusaur? And that would be able to figure out if the true damage is just everything it hits for the same. So, yeah, whether you're fighting a Blastoise with the highest defense in the game or you're fighting a, you know, Cramorant with one of the lowest, maybe it would all be the same. Where is Venusaur? Hello? Practice partner. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Come here, practice partner. I need to hit you. Yeah, you can use your Unite. Come here to the Apoms, like right over here. I want to try something. Please come here, practice partner. So I hit you for 491, 638. Okay. And I hit you for 1,000 because I crit you. Great. 491, 638. So I'm hitting Venusaur and I'm hitting every objective for the same amount. So from what I'm seeing, it's going to hit every single Pokemon for the same amount, regardless of defenses, which would be true damage. That's what true damage is like in other games, is just whatever you're hitting. I mean, it's the damage number you're hitting at, right? So when you're critically hitting in true damage, you're doing double your normal basics in true damage, which is a lot. It really does feel like just the better version of Garchomp or Outrage Dragonite. But, you know, with this moveset, you don't have the same kind of, you know, hindrances that you can get with the other two, the stuns that you can get with the other two, the pushes you can get with, what's it called? Dragon Rush, Dragon Claw, stuff like that. The stuns you can get with Outrage. But it seems like it does a crazy good amount of damage. The Unite move does have that drawback. I will say the big drawback of the Unite move for me is the charge up there. Then again, you're just stomping and dealing massive crits. Massive crits. The mobility on it seems to come from Ancient Power. I saw a question about the mobility in the chat. It seems to come from Ancient Power, and then I think a Razor Claw might be a must on this Pokemon. Might be just a must, right? Because you need to be able to keep up with your opponents, for sure. Beautiful. All right. Okay. We're doing... Everything's a crit. 673... and 518 on our basics. And my little sand stream is 161 around me. Okay. I got a pen that can be used in space. That's pretty good. It's pretty good, Roy. Alright, there's 1, 2, 3. Come back. 4, 5, and 6. Alright. Here we go. Ever heard of a pencil, bro? Dang. I just got owned so freaking hard. I can't believe it. 590 and 767. 590, 767. Okay. So, I mean, basically almost stat for stat there, which is to be expected on basics, right? It's kind of what you get with it. And then Stone Edge. Oh, that's the outside one. Go to the inside one. 1171. 1171. I would say right now stacking seems not good at all. I don't think so. Right? I don't think stacking seems useful at all. At least on these two moves. So maybe on Ancient Power it would be, but this doesn't feel like just put a muscle band, you'll do so much more, right? There you go. Hope you liked it. Thank you all for watching. Mwah!